What's going on, Dokkan people? So we do have some EZA details for the new EZAs for LR Gogeta and LR Janemba coming out. Shout out to DBZ Dokkan Battle Wiki here, giving us these translations. So let's go ahead and take a look at LR Gogeta and see how good he is. So time limit or connected hope category, key plus 3 in HP, attack and defense plus 180%. So that's pretty typical for a leader skill, coming from their leader skill, what it was at, up to 180% for an LR. They're stacking attack, they're greatly raising defense for one turn, and they cause colossal damage to the enemy. For their super attack, for their ultra super attack, they're greatly stacking attack, greatly raise defense for one turn, and causes mega colossal damage to the enemy. So, opposite of the LR Vegito. So let's go ahead and take a look at their passive. Key plus 2 in attack and defense plus 200%, plus an additional attack and defense plus 50% when performing a super attack. They're reducing damage received by 40%, randomly changes one key sphere of a certain type to rainbow key spheres, okay? Plus an additional key plus 2 in addition per rainbow key sphere obtained. Launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack, plus an additional attack plus 50%, and launches an additional super attack with a rainbow key sphere obtained. Okay, so a guaranteed additional super attack with just one rainbow key sphere obtained, plus an additional attack and defense plus 50%, and reduces damage received by 20% from one turn from the character's entry turn, or when HP is 70% or less at start of turn. Okay, from a glance, I'm not too impressed with it. I'll be honest, I'm not too impressed with it. But I would have to take a look at their older details. If we actually let's take a glance of their older details here. So we'll go to Dokkan info, go to cards, and we'll search up this Gogeta here. Gogeta. Oh, we're gonna have to go Goku and Vegeta. We'll just go Goku, I guess. Whatever. Let's actually do tech for type. That way we can find them easier. LR. We're not gonna really. Huh. What about Vegeta? There we go. Perfect. Okay. So, what do we have here? So they raise attack and defense for one turn on their super attack, and raise attack and defense for one turn on their ultra super attack. So now they're stacking attack and greatly stacking attack on their ultra super attack. Okay, they did change quite a bit. This is quite a bit shorter at a glance for sure. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so they're getting more 10% more damage reduction. Okay, they did add quite a bit, but we still haven't taken a look at their transformation either. So, or their fusion into Gogeta. So they did add quite a bit. He is going to be quite a bit better. We'll have to see how the numbers look, because we do have not a lot, but quite a few units out now that casually do 30, 40, 50 million damage now. So we'll see how good he is defensively and offensively. All right, so when they fuse, they greatly raise attack and defense for one turn and cause colossal damage to enemy on their super attack, and then on their ultra super attack they greatly raise attack and defense for 3 turns and cause mega colossal damage to enemy, and greatly lowers attack and defense. Okay, that can be useful in very few select scenarios. Their passive skill is recovers 30% HP once only. Did they change that actually? So if we go back, where's their, here we go. Okay, so they're still recovering 30% HP. Attack and defense plus 250%. So from what we glanced here, they're getting 100% more attack and defense. Okay. Plus an additional attack and defense plus 77% when performing a super attack. Performs a critical hit. Okay, it's guaranteed crit. Reduces damage received by 40%. Randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to rainbow key spheres. Key plus 3 per rainbow key sphere obtained. Okay. Plus an additional attack and defense, or attack plus 77%, launches an additional super attack and guards all attacks with a rainbow key sphere obtained. And they're changing their own key spheres. So that can be very, very useful. I like that part. Okay. So they get 3 key per rainbow key sphere, so you're pretty much guaranteeing a super attack at the very least. Most likely ultras, 99% of the time with that. And he's going to be guarding all attacks. Nice. Key plus 5 reduces damage received by 40% and foresees enemy super attack for 5 turns from start of turn. When an enemy is hit by the character's ultra super attack, nullifies unarmed super attacks directed at the character from that enemy for the duration of that turn. High chance of evading enemy super attack. So Gogeta, after they fuse, Gogeta could potentially be very, very nasty defensively. We'll have to see about offensively. I don't see the numbers as far as what I'm seeing where the percentages are at. I don't see him doing as much damage as the newer units, which that might be okay because he does have quite a few damage reduction and defensive mechanics here to make up for the damage, I think. So, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Let's move on to Janemba and see what's up with him. So, he started out 150% for the leader skill, so he's gone up to 170%. Corroded body and mind or movie bosses, to be expected. His super attack is raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes colossal damage to enemy and greatly lowers defense. And then his ultra super attack is greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes mega colossal damage to enemy and massively lowers defense. Okay, so if we go back here, let's look up Janemba and see what kind of changes he's making here. So, oh, okay. So they're just adding attack and defense for 1 turn on attacking that on to the beginning of a super attack. Okay, both of them. That's good. Key plus 6 and attack and defense plus 166%. Guards all attacks. Did he have that before? Yeah. Oh, within the same turn as the first or second attacker in a turn. Now it's just straight up guards all attacks. Good. Reduces damage received by 22%. Launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack for 1 turn from the character's entry turn. Plus an additional key plus 2 up to plus 6. Attack and defense plus 60%, 66% up to 166%. And chance of performing a critical hit plus 22% up to 66% with each attack performed. Plus an additional attack and defense, or plus an additional attack plus 66% when key is 22 or more. Okay. I don't see him being an offensive juggernaut yet, so. Plus an additional damage reduction of 22% as the first or second attacker in a turn. What? Okay. Okay, so they're kind of shifting the conditions to other things that they're adding to this EZA and taking those conditions away from the old stuff. Interesting. Launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack as a second or third attacker in a turn. Great chance of nullifying key blast super attacks directed at the character. High chance of evading enemies super attack. So let's go to his... They did add quite a bit. But I don't think his role is going to change. He's not a damage dealer. He's definitely not an offensive juggernaut. And I feel like you know, he's just they're definitely adding to his defensive mechanics, which I really enjoy, which I really like to see. But I think in this age of Dokkan, damage is kind of what we need. So I think these characters are going to be fun to use. People are going to use them, but they're not going to be a main staple in the current meta. But maybe they're ramping up to another part of the meta they're going to introduce with new events later on down the road, maybe within the next few months. I don't know. So let's go ahead and take a look at his rage mode here. Wait. Is that all he has? Okay. Receives an additional key plus 1 per key sphere obtained. Okay. Yeah, they did add some more. Okay. He greatly raises attack temporarily, causes destructive damage to enemy with a temporary a critical hit. What? With the temporary critical hit. Massively raises attack temporarily, causes destructive damage to enemy with a temporary critical hit. What was it before? Okay. So the attacking on attack to him at the beginning of his super attacks. Changes all key spheres to physical key spheres. Ooh. Ooh. Key plus 2 per key sphere obtained. Attack plus 16% per key sphere obtained. How many key spheres can be on the board at once? Like 22, 23, 24? Something like that. So literally, let's just say 24 times 16. So another 384% attacked onto him if he were to gather all those key spheres. That could be good. That could be good. The only issue is his rage mode. What is his condition? Because conditions don't usually change. What is his condition? Can be activated when HP is 66% or more, starting from the 6th turn from the start of battle. The 6th turn, though. That might be something that's a little too late. I like the changes they made. He could be very powerful in rage mode, and it could be very effective at finishing off the enemy very quickly once the 6th turn comes around. But I would say in the current meta, most bosses are trying to eliminate you within 1 to 2, maybe even 3 turns. They're hitting pretty hard, especially with the crits. Bosses getting crits now. I have very mixed feelings about these EZAs. I really do. Yeah. I have very mixed feelings about these EZAs. I don't think they work with the current meta. I think they're going to be fun to use in the sense of just how much defense you can get with these guys. But I don't see them being an offensive staple in the current meta for sure. But you can let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Thanks for watching. I appreciate y'all, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.